What up, guys? It's fan service Renji.
And I'm Shana Mostella.
Welcome back to the Shinobi Squad podcast.
What's up?
That's so stereotype, but
It's what we got.
yeah, it's all we got for now. We still working on it. So today we are going to talk about Comic-Con and convention hookups. Valentine's Day just passed, so I felt it was kind of appropriate. A lot of people out there looking for love. Cosplayers and congoers are hooking up. There's multiple reasons why. Y'all on vacation, so of course you're gonna wild out and do more than you would usually. You on that YOLO life. You only live once, so why not just live out whatever you want to do? If that means you want to hook up with your waifu or your favorite character or your anime senpai, then this is your chance. Maybe you just want to live out a fantasy. Maybe you want to role play. Maybe you're dressed up as the hero of an anime and that's your waifu and you just happen to hit it off with your waifu. Weeb fantasies come true.
Exactly. What a perfect place to do it,
Yeah,
too.
it's the perfect place. You ain't got to have no awkward conversation with your girlfriend like, hey, you want to dress up as this elf and hold this sword and I'm going to be this tree that becomes a boy later? Ain't got to explain none of that because you're already at the
Nah.
con and they already know what it is. They already know that you're a tree that turns into a heroic boy.
Oh, my God.
Last but not least, it could be a once in a lifetime opportunity. A lot of us don't get to travel. You may go to one con every year if you're lucky, or every few years. Same with this other person. And y'all just happen to be at the same event at the same time and you hit it off. You may live at opposite ends of the country and you may not see each other. That's that once in a lifetime moment. Are you going to take it or are you just going to wish about it years later? So whatever the reason, cosplayers out here making babies or trying to. Pull out game better be strong if y'all hitting it raw, all right? Shauna and I have been going to cons for a while now. 10 years?
Yeah, I'd say about 10 years.
Yeah. My first con was YomaCon '07. It's been over 10 years of going to cons now.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I quickly learned is cosplayers and congoers are very sexually active.
They are.
It's the last thing you would think of at a con. Innocent weebs, innocent nerds, but boy, are some of them horny and freaky.
Oh, yeah.
Freaky deaky. We are going to get into all that. Got a couple stories that I've gathered over the years. So does Shauna. Some stories are innocent, and some are just funny and hilarious. The first topic I want to talk about is how casual convention hookups really are. Like I said earlier, it's one of the last things you really think about when you're going to a con. But if you go to a con long enough, or if you get in the right circles, you start to realize how casual this whole hookup culture is. I'll start with a story that I experienced personally. I was at a group cosplay shoot. I'm not gonna say what group cosplay. I don't want to let people think back to their interactions with me and try to figure out what con or if I'm talking about them. I'm gonna keep y'all names private. What happens at a con stays at a con unless you get pregnant. Then that's your
Yeah,
con
everybody
baby.
knows.
That's your con baby, and you just stuck with it. I'm at this unnamed con. Had a big group shoot. Kind of met some friends along the way. It's the natural thing that happens at a group shoot. You're all cosplaying for the same show. You vibe off of each other. You kind of form cliques. Well, I formed a clique with this group of people, and we all hit it off. We started talking, exchanging numbers, just so we can keep up with each other throughout the con. If we were all still going to be cosplaying from this series, we wanted to walk around together. So we exchanged contacts. Well, as the group is departing, one young lady from the group pulls me aside and she's like, so what do you got planned later for this con? It's like, well, I'm just going to be in this cosplay and, just walk around. She's like, well, what are you doing? Are you do you have plans with other people? I'm like, no, not really. Then she just drops it on me. She's like, well, look, I'm just going to be honest with you. One of my goals at this con is to hook up. And I especially want to hook up with someone in cosplay, especially
Oh
from a
my god.
series that I'm in. And I don't mean to be too forward, but you one of the best looking guys in this group I've seen right now. So I was just wondering if you want to hook up. And she just asked me so casually, like, hey, so what are you doing later? You want to get pizza? She was like, so what are you doing later? You want to hook up? It was one of the first times that happened to me at a con, and it blew my mind. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, slow down, back up. Like, my brain was trying to process what she was saying. And she was like, yeah, it's just one of the things I want to do. My friends promised me if I could find someone, they would give me the room. So if you're down,
Oh wow.
just let me know. And the first thing that crossed my mind was like, wow, those are some down ass friends to let you do the nasty in their room because in most con situations, y'all sharing the bed. So
Yeah.
one of them is gonna roll over on the wet spot and be like, ugh, I shouldn't have let her have the room.
That's gross.
Yeah, it is gross. She was dead serious. She gave me her number and she looked me up and down a second time. She's like, yo, hit me up if you really want to hook up. I'm serious. I
I'm
was like,
serious.
okay. I run into her again. She asked me, she's like, well, did you think about what I said? It's getting that time of night. You
Damn.
know, it's almost hook up o'clock. Because if you're not going to do it, then I'm going to have to dig into my backup plans. I'm like, whoa, you got backup plans? She's like, well, yeah, I told you I wanted to hook up. If it wasn't going to be with you, it's going to be with one of these guys.
Oh man.
And then I looked, I don't know how I didn't notice them, but there was like two guys following behind her.
Oh, they were serious then.
Oh, they was serious. They was waiting in line.
Oh man.
They was in line. And I should have noticed because those two guys were cosplaying from the same series.
Mm.
So before we part ways, she's like, yo, you have my number. Hit me up within the next hour, or else I'm going to go with my second and third string choices. I would rather not, but I'm trying to hook up and I don't really care with who.
Damn.
And I'm just looking, and these dudes were just like, yeah, just nodding their head. I'm like, don't you know there's two of you in line?
I'm sure they had a plan to have like a 2-for-1 special, you know.
uh.
I'm not trying to get that way, but you know what I'm saying. Like
They're trying to have a
they
Denny's Grand Slam with extra sausage. If that was how she got down, good for her for being confident enough to
Shit.
own that shit. I just kind of waited it out. But at the same time, I was concerned because there were just these two dudes following her around all cons. So I kept
Right.
texting her, like, hey, are you good? I haven't seen you in a minute. Someone invited me to a room party. Knock on the door. Guess who opens the door? She does.
Oh
I'm
God.
like, what are the chances that I end up at a room party and she's there? And guess who else is there? Plan B and C.
Oh God.
Plan B and C are both there right behind her, like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Oh wow.
Looking like the Weasley twins.
They're probably looking at you like, you want in on this or what?
Yeah, right?
Oh God.
Yeah, and they just kind of looked at me in that way. Because they both answered the door, one to her left, one to her right.
Jesus.
Like I said, just like the Weasley twins. Like, they were cosplaying the same character as well.
They're like, man, you missing out.
I know. So then, again, she's like, clock's ticking, yes or no?
Jeez.
Like, she wanted it.
At least she's honest.
Yeah, she was, and I could totally respect that. And I was like, nah, you know, I'm not feeling it. She's like, oh, okay,
She's like, cool. All right.
yeah, enjoyed the room party, party ways. Let's fast forward to like 2 hours later that night, chilling in the lobby. Guess who walks past me? Her and only one of those guys. But the only
Damn.
difference is she's wearing his jacket over her
Ooh.
shoulders. And dude had claimed his prize for the night. Like, he cuffed her. Like, yep, that's my coat on her shoulders. Looking at me
Damn.
like, you missed out. I'm like, I missed out. You owe me a gift for passing that to you.
Exactly.
I said no, so you can say yes.
Hmm.
But he kept looking at me like, heh, 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 arm all around her. And she kept looking at him like, dude, no.
It ain't even about that.
Yeah, like, we ain't together. Like,
Oh,
I got
man.
what I needed. Now, get your dirty ass, stinky shoulders off me and keep it moving. But he just kept cuffing her and following her around. You could tell that she didn't want anything else to do with him. I was
Right.
like, okay, you go, girl. You hit it and quit it.
At least
And
she knew what she wanted, you know?
yeah, he thought there was more to it. So she finally makes her way up to me. Then I'm like, let me guess. She's like, yep, him. And she kind of looked low key disappointed. Like, it's your fault.
Well, she should have came up with better choices.
Yeah. Then, like, the final cherry on that cake, I guess, we're about to part ways. And she's like, hey, if you want, I can go again.
Oh, God.
I was like, no. I already saw that you was with him.
Right.
Why am I going to get sloppy seconds to what I already passed up?
Exactly.
Obviously, he's in love and he's about to propose now. So
Right.
I don't want to ruin a good thing for y'all, you know?
Right.
I don't want to, like, jelly donut that shit.
Jellies. Ew. I just imagined that and now I can't unsee it. Ew.
The stuffed crust pizza already had the cheese. It
Stop.
didn't
No.
need any more cheese.
You ain't got to say all that. Come on.
Yo, I totally respected her game. She knew exactly what she wanted. She was out there to get it, no more, no less. And I got nothing but love for that. Like,
A woman who knows what she wants is
Yeah.
a woman that I can respect.
like own your sexuality, girl.
Exactly.
Hopefully, dude left her alone because when they walked away, he just had that jacket on her.
But he should have been like, okay, like any other guy would have been okay with that, you know, like.
But some of these dudes out there are looking for love, and
Yeah.
and like
You can't blame that though, but still, it's like you know what the deal is.
yeah, within the cosplay world, some people have never even experienced physical affection,
Exactly.
so they just think of all the things that come with it, like a relationship. But-
Right.
All right, Shauna, I've told my little story. Now it's time for you to tell your stories.
Ooh.
Being a girl in the con scene, I'm sure you got some stories to tell. So let me just flat out ask, because I'm sure people out there wondering. Have you ever casually hooked up at a con?
Yes, I have. I have. I'm not
Ooh.
gonna lie, you know, this is it was a one-time thing, but it happened. And let me take it back a little, few years back.
Wait, flashback.
Flashback.
Wayne's World
Yes.
reference.
So this guy, I had met him because he was at I would see him at frequent conventions all over the place and everything. And he had a booth, him and his team. I would see him all the time. We just became friends through that.
He was a vendor?
He was a vendor.
Okay.
Yes, he was a vendor. Eventually, I got to know him a little better. I would talk to him, stop by, kind of buy some of his stuff that he was selling. I was feeling it. I'm not going to say what he sold because that would totally give it away because he's kind of like an OG dealer. So I'm not going to give it away.
But one thing you can give away was he was slanging that D in the
Oh
booth.
my God.
But sorry, I'm getting ahead of the game. All right. So
We were feeling each other a little bit, but it never really got to that point until it got to that point because
Yeah.
we were just getting to know each other. We were very friendly with each other and everything. At one specific convention, I had my friend with me. I took her around because she's never been to a convention before.
Yeah.
And I introduced her to this guy. She thought he was cool. She's like, okay. And then after we left the convention that day, she pulled me aside and said, hey, that guy's kind of feeling you. At the time, I didn't have a car, so she had a car. So she's like, okay, just take me home after the convention. You can have the keys to my car. You should go and talk to that guy. Go back to him. Tell him right now that you want to hook up later and you want to hang out. And I'm like, damn, okay. She's going to give me the keys to her car. I'm going
That's
to go.
a down ass friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's better than Uber.
I went up to him and I told him, hey, I have a free night. I would like to get to know you better. You want to hang out tonight? And he was totally down for it because, again, me and him were really friendly and we knew each other for some years now, like
Yeah.
a few years now. So he's like, yeah, sure, like we can hang out. We can, after my shift, we can get some dinner and everything. Long story short, I got the keys to the car. I
Okay,
drove back
okay.
to the convention
Okay.
right after I timed it out perfectly. I got to him right after he was leaving his vendor's table and everything. I picked him up and, we did our thing. We went out to dinner. I parked somewhere in a parking structure. I remember this clearly. And then I came back and I didn't know where I parked because it wasn't my car, so I wasn't
Yeah.
really used to
You're not
it.
familiar with your
I
car.
wasn't familiar
Oh,
with it.
I know those pains. Every time I get a rental car, I'm like, wait, what car did I drive?
Exactly.
Okay, wait. Side note, what y'all have for dinner?
We had pizza.
Pizza.
We went out to pizza,
Okay.
in the area, it was
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
in the area there was, fast food and, so we just got pizza.
Was he like, hey, we need some extra sausage on this pizza?
Oh God.
Zing.
No. I'm trying to find the car. I'm like freaking out because I'm on this date with this person that I, haven't hung out before with
Yeah.
outside of a convention. So I'm like freaking out, I'm losing my mind. And then he pulls me aside and he gives me a kiss.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh, so it's like that. And then he's like, you know what? Let's just find the car. Relax. It's fine. We'll find the car and then we'll go back to my room. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. This is what this was for. I have the car. I have my freedom. We doing this. We about to do this.
You know what that pizza was missing, girl? Extra sauce.
Oh God. So we drove back to his room. His partner, they travel a lot together.
Yeah.
When they do their whole vendor thing.
Yeah.
He was out of the room because he knew us. I
Okay.
loved him so much. Like his partner was cool. He was cool as hell.
Yeah, yeah.
So he kind of knew. He kind of saw the flirtation between me and this guy. He
Okay.
was like, "Okay, I see you hitting it off with this girl, this beautiful
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
So I'm going to leave the room, and I'll only come back if you need some assistance with something."
Some assistance? Whoa. Whoa. What kind of friendship was that?
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, he left the room conveniently.
He all up in the corner coaching.
Whatever.
Bend your knees. Put more back into it.
I meant.
Come on.
I meant. He left the room conveniently until
Yeah.
it was time to come back.
Yeah, yeah.
So this was another down ass friend that was
Yeah.
within our group. So I appreciated that. So he's like, yeah, I got the room. My partner's gonna be out for the night. He said we can have the room. So I'm like, okay. But he asked me consent. He asked me for consent. He's like, is that okay with you? Do you want to come back with me? We can chill. We can do other things if you want to. And I'm like, I guess. Let's go.
Wouldn't you have been pissed if he like pulled out like apples to apples
Or Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
and Yu-Gi-Oh cards? I wanted to duel.
I'm making this a little more lighthearted than it used to be, but
Ah,
I'm not used to talking about this openly, but I'm gonna talk about it tonight because you know what?
You're like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I want you to send me to the shadow realm,
Oh
man.
God, like you taking it too far. But anyway, he takes me back to the room. He plays some music.
Ooh.
I don't know why he chose to play Missy Elliott, but anyways.
Oh, wait, what song? What song?
Work it. I need
Okay.
a glass of water. Boy, oh boy, it's good to know ya. Oh my God.
I mean, that song does have some sexual parts where she's like, you need to go downtown and eat it like a vulture. So maybe he was trying to like,
I think he was. I think he was thinking that.
maybe that was like his motivational tape. Like, okay,
Oh God.
don't forget to go downtown and eat it like a vulture.
Anyway, so he started playing some music. And honestly, like after he knew it was cool with me, there was no chill. Like he
Yeah.
was like I don't want to get into detail. But you get a little kissing, making out and whatever.
Did he rip his shirt off?
No, he did not rip his shirt
Oh.
off.
Okay.
But yeah, I was all for it. We did the deed, we did it and everything.
I don't know why I'm like asking for so many details. Like, did he rip his shirt off?
You're so into it.
Well, I mean, I like stories, so I need details. I guess I don't need all the details.
Anywho,
Did he curve to the left? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, from a girl's perspective, it was I probably
Ooh.
give it maybe a 6.5.
Ooh,
of
okay.
10.
Yelp reviews.
Because
All right.
like he was a stoner as well.
Oh yeah.
So when he would stop in between here and there and like
Like-
take a blunt.
Talk about like
And-
science and stuff.
No, he would just smoke during, and I'm just like, okay. Needless to say, it wasn't great, but it happened. It was a casual hookup. It was the first time that I had ever done something like that, especially at a convention. So, it was what it was, and
He was stuck on that stoner stuff. Like stoners, you smoke weed, it's like puff, puff, pass, but he was like thrust, thrust, smoke.
Yeah,
It's like,
seriously.
dude, no, puff, puff, pass for the weed, but not thrust, thrust, smoke.
I don't think he was used to that either, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he had to play instructional songs, so you can't blame him.
But yeah.
Okay, anyway, so what was the aftermath of it? So you said earlier you used to see him frequently. So did you
Yeah.
keep seeing him?
We remained friends after that.
Okay.
He was a really cool guy. He was just, we saw each other in passing, but we were very cool with each other.
Yeah,
And-
nothing awkward.
Yeah, and so we had a talk too as well. We both, had consent with, doing what we did, but then afterwards he was like, okay, so I'm traveling all the time to go to
Yeah,
these
yeah.
conventions. I'm always on the road. I'm always doing my thing. But we can do this, but afterwards I really don't want a relationship
Mhm.
because of my lifestyle, because
That's
of what
fair.
I do. So I had the understanding. I'm like, okay, sure. I just wanted to, do my thing. I don't want to swear on the camera, but we both just had like that consensual need
Yeah,
to, just be with each other and have a good night. And that was it.
That's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like communication and honesty is the key because
It was.
both of you guys were very understanding of what that was.
Yeah.
There was no hopes of more afterwards.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people need to understand. Just
We just needed to do something. That's it.
communicate what you want out of it.
Right.
Just like with my incident, I knew what the girl wanted,
Hmm.
but the dude she ended up with that cuffed her with his jacket on her shoulders did not.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do need to take the extra step, and that's awesome that you both talked about it, because I'm sure you were just like, you got a 6.5 Yelp review. I don't really want a relationship either.
Well, I'm glad he didn't want a
yeah.
relationship, because after that, I was just like, I don't know about this.
Yeah. So you experienced it. You did your
Yeah.
thing, and now you was good.
But going into it, I didn't want anything from him, because at the time it was perfect, because I was just going through a breakup as
Yeah.
well. So like just knowing him like in and out and and passing and whatever, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Because we both we liked each other and everything, but it wasn't to that point where we were crushing on each other and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So like it was perfect.
Yeah.
I got what I needed, he got what he needed, and that was it. And we
Yeah.
still remained friends for years after that.
Yeah.
And if I didn't lose his number, if I didn't get like a million phones since then, we'd probably still be friends to this day. So
Yeah. Well,
it
that's
was
what's up.
a very good night, and he was a very good guy, and that was a very good friendship.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And then afterwards, we went to Denny's and we had breakfast, and then we were pretty much out until like 7 or 8 in the morning. And then I drove home, and then my friend was like, "So, how was sex last night?" And I'm like, she's like, "You better not did it in my car. I mean, if you did,
Ooh.
it's okay now, but like if you use my car again, don't do it in my car."
Don't
I'm
do
like,
it in my car.
okay, okay. But she was a down ass friend. Shout out to you. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
You know who you is.
I mean, I don't, but
I got you.
You know who you is.
I got you. If you ever need a favor, girl, I got you.
Mhm.
I was responsible. Okay,
Yeah.
I could have been freak
Freak
nasty,
All right.
but I
Hey,
wasn't.
Megan the Stallion.
I got what I needed. That was it, and we parted ways. And
No, that's really cool. There's a lot of people that hold on and never let that go.
right,
Even if some people do agree to it, it's hard for them to move on. Good for you.
but one more good point about this guy, just to show like how cool he really was. He messaged me maybe like a few weeks after that, and he's like, "Hey, are you gonna be okay? Like, are
Yeah.
you going to, want more than we had
Yeah.
and stuff like that? Because I told you right off the bat, I'm not gonna be there for you like how you would need me." I'm like, dude, I ain't tripping. Like I got what I needed from you. You need to move on.
I know. You was like, I was about to ask you the same.
It was good that he, checked on me, and
He tried to send up a follow-up questionnaire.
he wanted to check on me, because most guys would not do that, and most
Yeah.
guys in my life had never did that before in my life. So I was very grateful that I had chose to do that with this kind of a person. And he was a good guy.
Yeah, because he could easily just have very well just cut you off forever.
Right.
But at least he cared enough to check out.
Hmm.
Yes.
So, Mr. Fan Service Renji, you told us a story about how you almost hooked up, but did you actually hook up at a convention? Come on. Your name ain't fan service for no reason. Come
Oh,
on, come on.
okay,
Give it to me.
okay,
Give it
okay.
to me.
Oh,
Yeah, caught him off guard.
got me all scared.
Damn. Is you guilty? Is you guilty?
You shouldn't feel bad about having sex at a con. It's nothing to be guilty about. Okay, okay. You want to hear the truth?
Yes, I want to hear the truth.
You
Everybody
can't
wants to hear
handle
the
the
truth.
truth.
Everybody wants to hear the truth.
Okay. Yes, I have hooked up at a con.
Yay.
Yes, I have hooked up in cosplay.
Ooh.
I know y'all want to dig deeper, but
Ooh.
did he do it in cosplay? Yes.
Fan service.
I was in cosplay. All right, so let's flash back. Not gonna name what con. Based on the cosplay, y'all can kind of figure out the era of the time.
What was you cosplaying?
I was heavy into Bleach.
Oh shit.
So was this young lady. I was cosplaying Aburai Renji, of course.
You had to say his full name. His
Yeah.
government name.
I'm putting his government name on blast. It's Aburai Renji.
He's like, don't tell nobody.
Don't tell nobody you was me, dude. Don't tell nobody you was hooking up as me. Met this girl a couple cons prior. She was cosplaying from Bleach. We became friends. We was talking, been flirty, never did anything. We kind of hit it off. We were both going to this other convention. Happened to be her birthday con.
Ooh.
You know when it's birthday con for certain
Birthday
cosplayers.
Sex. Birthday sex.
Oh, okay, Jeremiah. All right. Funny you say that because that song was bumping at that time.
Oh, you just gave yourself
No,
away. What year was that?
That song
What
was
year was
bumping
that?
during that era because she used to bump that song. I do remember. So she let me know that con was her birthday. She told me, I know you be doing a lot of things at conventions and you're super busy being fan service Renji, but I want you to set some time for me.
Ooh, she put in her time.
She specifically made an appointment.
Oh,
and
damn.
She was like, all right, so it's my birthday. I want you to take me out to dinner at this time. And then after dinner, I want to make sure you got your room to yourself.
Oh, she had an itinerary for your ass.
She did have an itinerary. She did have an itinerary.
And you like itineraries.
I do. I like things
he
organized.
likes things to be planned out.
Everything,
so this girl's perfect.
Everything got to have a checklist, right? She even told me how much time we needed. I was like, I don't think I can last that long.
Respect.
I was trying to, yes, I was jumping the gun, assuming that was what was going to pop off. Nah, I'm trying to talk to my roommates. This con was kind of expensive, so that was a few roommates I had to coordinate with.
Damn.
Luckily, I was with the homies, except for there was probably like 2 people that weren't that close. But the homies helped figure it out, except there was one person that just would not cooperate.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to him a little bit later. We got to dinner. She all dressed up, got a sexy ass dress on.
Ooh.
I put on some clothes.
You put on some clothes.
Well,
You're so lackluster. I went to JCPenney, I put some slacks on.
well, not really, because like I said, at the time I was cosplaying Renji, but I was shirtless. So I was fully tatted up, just wearing the Hakama pants. Like, that was my cosplay. But since we had to go to dinner, side note, I could not afford this dinner.
Oh,
She wanted to go to the hotel restaurant, and she wanted some salmon. Look,
You can't afford no salmon.
I could not afford hotel salmon. Just the salmon alone didn't come with no sides. Just the salmon alone was like $28.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a little expensive.
I'm like, oh man, she better not want no water. She better have brought some in her purse. I was like, $28 for just the salmon. I was like, whoa, man. I was like, it's her birthday.
come on. I know you had a plan.
Though,
I know
like,
you had a plan.
fortunately for me, I only ate tuna and Cheez-Its during the time because
You still only eat salmon or
so
tuna and Cheez-Its.
I ate that. For those who don't know, I ate that because I was always shirtless, so I wanted to stay slim. So I didn't eat a lot of food, but tuna had a lot of protein in it, right? So that was my diet. I had a lot of money saved because I just ate cans of tuna. And I'm sitting there just counting my pennies like, oh my God, she wants some salmon. Oh my God, what if she wants sides? I'm looking at the side, just like mashed potatoes, $8. I'm like, $8?
Where'd y'all go? What restaurant was it?
No,
Do you remember?
it was a Hyatt's official like restaurant.
Okay.
And like $28 was pretty cheap for the salmon.
Yeesh.
Yes, yeesh is right. And tip or gratuity was also already included in the bill, so I already knew I was gonna have to pay another 20% on top of that. I'm doing the math like, what's 20% of $28?
Oh God.
Again, I'm just counting my money. Like, okay. Man, this girl got salmon. She got a
So what did you order?
glass of wine.
She got a glass of wine
Yeah,
too.
on top of that,
A glass of wine. You got money. You got money.
I got a credit card. I have to pay for that afterwards.
It's a good thing you had that.
What did I get?
A peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I wish they had that. I wish they
You
had
ordered from
that.
the kids
I
menu?
wish they had that budget baller. Oh my God. That
You
kids
had the
menu
chicken nuggets and
would have
macaroni
saved,
and
like,
cheese.
Mister, can I have some chicken nuggies? Well, I was trying to impress her, so I didn't want to look like a buster. So I got the cheapest thing I could afford on there. It was she got the salmon, and I believe I got some chicken dish. But that was still like $18 for flavorless chicken breast.
Wow.
I did not enjoy it. I did not. So we had dinner. I had to fill out a loan application to pay for that dinner, get a credit check. It was that damn expensive.
Damn.
So we finished dinner. We head up to the room. The homies did their thing. The room was clear. I had also coordinated with them to go get me like a little birthday cake to give her afterwards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
You
know.
had money for that too?
Well, no.
Damn.
I bought that birthday cake at the grocery store earlier. I bought it on the low. It was like a little personal cake for like $6. I planned ahead for that. All right.
Wow.
Budget friendly. She didn't get no candles though. She didn't get no candles.
That's an extra charge.
We're back at the room. We get there. She wastes no time. Like,
Ooh,
I'm just sitting on the
damn.
bed, just trying to be casual, like just trying to be a gentleman.
She did one of these that
Pretty much like
took off had the buttons on the side of the pants and just rip them off.
it looked like she was about to go play basketball. Just rip them shits off.
Damn.
I'm sitting on the bed. She just starts ripping off her clothing. I'm still wearing my shirt with my Hakama pants. I'm just looking like all kinds of a mess because I try to look like nice. So I wore like a button-up shirt up top.
Wait, so hold on. She wearing a nice dress and you still wearing your costume?
I mean, she wasn't wearing like a nice dress. She was wearing some sexy stuff, but it wasn't like a fancy like dress.
I was gonna say
it's kind of more like a club outfit, I guess. So
but still.
yeah. But I put on a button-up shirt. I'm wearing samurai pants. Hey, samurai are very honorable. Thus means I was dressed nice. I was in military garb with a dress shirt and my Renji wig. I was still wearing the fire truck red Renji wig at the time.
Were you still wearing the sandals?
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Yes. Anyways, she gets on top of me and I'm still wearing the shirt, so she kind of rips my shirt off.
Damn.
And then she's like, keep the wig on. I'm like, oh.
Oh my gosh, she knew what she wanted.
Because I was already tatted up as Renji, so like half
hell
my
yeah.
cosplay was on. So she's like, keep the wig on. And then I was already wearing like the Hakama, right? So we making out. I'm still in full cosplay. For those who know the Bleach outfit, they wear these very uncomfortable straw sandals. And I had some eBay ones on the time, and they were tied on. And those don't untie very easily, so I kept the sandals on and like everything. We're on the bed making out, and then it just goes it goes further. We end up doing the thing, Renji hit Bankai. It popped off.
Hold up. This is the first time I'm hearing this story, so I'm about to get comfortable. Hey, you can continue.
I was definitely screaming Bankai by the end of it. I learned some new techniques that I'd never seen in the anime.
Damn.
Yeah. So Zibimaru was definitely howling, for those who know Bleach.
Jesus.
And she sent me back to the Soul Society because I was dead. Like, she killed it.
Finish him.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Finish him. Yes, she did.
Wow.
She knew what she wanted, and she took it. I just didn't have to do anything but just not cry afterwards. It was amazing. It was amazing. I don't know what else to say.
Wow.
I had never experienced
I'm intrigued. I'm so intrigued.
Such an aggressive young lady who knew what she wanted and just took control.
Well,
Hold on.
I'm sweating too.
I know.
I needed emotional support
I'm
right
thinking
now.
back, like, oh man, let me breathe. And
Wow.
good thing at the time, my tattoos were put on very nice. None of them rubbed off, right? Because them shits took 4 hours to put on. And I was going to be pissed if they rubbed off, but they were still on for that moment. Then they came off.
What do you mean they came off?
I'm thinking we good. We just hooked up. We did the thing. Oh, wait. Side note. Remember the roommate that wasn't cool with it? While we're in the middle of hooking up.
Round number 2.
No, not yet.
Oh.
Wait. Ooh, spoiler alert. I'm getting text messages like, yo, I hope y'all doing it because we trying to hold off so-and-so and he keep trying to come back in the room. And we are at the point where we're physically restraining him because he wants to come back to the room. And we told him, yo, Renji's in there. Give him the time slot he asked for. And to be honest, we only asked just to have the room for an hour.
Right.
Like, to me, I thought like an hour was going to be a long time. Like I said, I was like, oh, no, an hour? I got a good 10 minutes maybe.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, I kept getting these text messages, so I'm trying not to look at them. But after we finished, I'm looking at it, and they're like, dude, he's like over here. He's over. They're counting down, giving me updates to how close he's getting to the room. But it's nowhere near the time we reserved. So her and I are just kicking it, just chilling, talking, cuddling, whatever. She wants to just take a shower together. And she's like, hey, you want a gym shower? I'm just like, of course I want to, but I'm thinking about this dude is like in the hotel lobby at this point. I'm just like, am I going to turn down this chance for some more leisure activity?
Leisure activity.
Or am I just going to stop? So I'm texting my boys like, no, like tie him up, put him in a car, do something, like knock him out. I need this right now. I cannot tell this girl no on her birthday, especially when things are so cool right now.
Damn.
So they're like, okay, we're gonna do what we can, all right? We jump in the shower, and you can use your imagination for what's happening. My tattoos definitely all came off. There were no more Renji tattoos after that. There was smudges everywhere, and it was one of those showers that had those stained glass doors, and there was definitely paint on the doors.
And the handprint, you had the handprint on the door.
Yeah, so y'all can use your imagination. As we're showering, I hear the door fly open, and someone sits down, turns on Cartoon Network, and I hear Samurai Jack playing. I'm like,
oh my God.
Don't freaking tell me he's watching Samurai Jack while I'm taking a shower at a con.
This motherfucker.
And y'all know how important it is to shower at a con. And sometimes you need help. And I was definitely getting the help in the shower. So I hear him barge in there. He's watching Samurai Jack. And then the homies barge in there. I'm like, great. Now everyone's in here. My clothes are on the bed still.
Damn.
Her clothes are on the bed. Obviously, I don't wear panties and a dress like that. I hope someone figured that out, that we were not in the room dressed and the shower was going.
I think they knew.
My homies knew, but dude was still just oblivious.
Oh God.
I'm sitting there like, what am I going to do? Because the homies knew.
Right.
But he was, I mean, I think he knew too, but he just didn't care. He didn't care.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you know what? Let's just make it awkward for everybody.
You just go there naked.
I grabbed the towel.
I was gonna say.
And I still came out. She grabbed a towel, and then we both kind of came out and like, hey, what's up, guys? Dude was like, hey guys, what's up?
Like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened. We're both dripping
what?
wet. And then he's not putting two and two together. There's panties and boxers on the bed. We're in towels dripping, and he's just like, hey, what's up?
Just over his head.
Hey, you guys like Samurai Jack?
I'm gonna have to question this guy's intelligence.
Yeah. So, anyways, we get dressed real quick, and my homie's just like, hey, happy birthday!
Oh,
Because-
the cake.
Because they had the cake, and then she was cool, and she was just like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So we all had a piece of cake, and then the thing that pissed me off was after we had cake, Mr. Samurai Jack left. He just wanted to come back to the room because he had to watch Samurai Jack. He came back to the room just to watch that one episode.
What?
And then he left.
Oh my God.
But by then, like, the buzz was gone.
Right.
We're just like, you know what? Let's get ready and
Right.
go back to the con.
Wow.
That was
Woo.
when I hooked up in cosplay.
I need a refresh. I'm over here sweating. I got the thing in my lap.
Yes.
Guys. Damn.
Bankai.
Woo. Wow.
Now that I've embarrassed myself and told my story, let me throw one of my friends under the bus. Let me tell his
Oh,
story real quick.
man.
Let me tell his story right quick. I'm not going to say his name out of respect. But people that know us can figure it out based on these context clues, though. My friend and I are at this con. We meet two groups of girls. They're both kind of into us and they want to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to make the life choice. Like, do we go group A or group B?
Group B.
Well, group A, honestly, it looked like they all just turned 18 or 19. And I was like, yeesh. I ain't about to be club security and check everyone's ID. If you have to ask her age, she's too young for you, bro.
Yeah.
Remember that. If you have to ask her age, she's too young for you.
Yeah.
Period. No. The other girls were like, you want to come back to our college apartments? I heard the word college, and I was like, yes.
Ding.
It was off-site. It wasn't at the con. We followed them back to their apartments, and then lo and behold, there was more people there. It was getting late. None of us were drinking, mind you. We were all just kicking it, and we kind of noticed that the girls were kind of just looking at us all like starry-eyed, as if they were waiting for one of us to flirt with somebody.
Wow. So this is an apartment full of girls, and you two are the only boys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Being oblivious at the time. We sitting there like,
I was gonna say.
hey. All the
Shouldn't y'all be
guys left.
happy?
All the guys left. Early on in my con years, I didn't know any of this stuff. I'm not used to attention like this. The night's going on, and we hear people hinting like, oh, it's getting late. Oh, man, I think I'm going to go lay down soon. Sure be nice to have someone to cuddle with.
Damn.
I'm sitting there thinking, hey, there's a bunch of y'all. Why don't y'all cuddle each other?
Oh wow. This guy.
Again, younger Renji, very oblivious to these things. We just weren't getting the hint, right? Finally, one of the girls just cuffs me and just makes it be known. All right, this one is mine. Like, she just starts to like lean on me and start hugging me and laying on my lap and just claiming dominance over the group. She was the
Damn.
alpha female. Like, nope, I'm taking charge. He's mine. I didn't say no. I'm like, all right, you want to just cuddle me in front of your friend? That's cool.
Well, shit.
I wasn't expecting any of this, but I'm going to take this affection.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, the wheels started turning, right? It was like,
Right.
oh. Now I'm looking at my friend like, hey, just pick somebody. Just, hey.
At least you guys were respectable. Like, you weren't thinking, like,
Yeah,
okay, these girls are here for us and this is just a buffet.
Nah,
At least you're not like that.
we were the most oblivious guys ever. We didn't take any hints. Because, to be honest, we were both kind of lame. Both lame dudes that weren't used to girls liking us. So we didn't think anything of it. And again, yeah, just like you said, we were respectful gentlemen and did not assume that these women were here
Right.
to claim us as trophies. I mean, I wasn't a trophy at the time. Ugh. I was busted, but
They saw potential, though.
they saw the potential.
They did.
Then this girl kind of whispers in my ear, like, hey, look, I don't think your friend gets it. Text him or something. Tell him just
Text him.
tell him to make a move on somebody.
Oh,
All these
man.
girls are interested. They just waiting on y'all to make a move. Like, I claimed you. Tell him to pick someone. So I text him. And he still didn't get it.
What did you text him?
I text him pretty much what she said.
Oh, and he still didn't get it.
Yeah, I pretty much text him, hey, she just told me that all these girls are into us. You just have to flirt with one of them to let them know who you're interested in. And he didn't get it. So
How do you not get that?
what did I just say? I told you we was lame and oblivious.
Oh, wow.
If I couldn't figure it
wow.
out, there was no way in hell he was going to figure it out.
Oh, jeez.
Moses could have came down from the clouds
Moses.
with the 10 commandments of hooking up, and he wouldn't have figured it out. Lightning could have struck him. Moses could have parted the Red Sea and left one girl for him to choose.
Wow.
He wouldn't have figured it out, right? So that's how bad
Okay.
he was. That bad. All the girls started going to bed one by one. They were tired. It was getting late.
Right.
Finally, it came down to like 2 people, and one girl just got sick of it. She's like, all right, you and me, we're spooning tonight. Come on.
Damn.
So the other girl was just like, ah. She just threw her hands up and went to bed. This girl takes my friend by the arm. You want to be big spoon or little spoon? And they go upstairs.
Oh, wow.
That leaves me and the other girl in the living room. I was super sick. Like, I was coughing.
You were
mucus.
sick?
I was super sick at the time.
Oh, no.
I wasn't in the hookup mood anyway because I knew how sick I was.
Right.
I'm talking about every time I cough, mucus would come out of my throat. Like,
Ew.
blah, blah.
And she still was sitting right by your side.
Oh, she was cuddling up on me.
She's like, poor baby.
Yeah, she didn't care. So those 2 go upstairs. Didn't take long. Next thing, we start hearing some noise.
What kind of noise?
Oh,
I want to know.
you would have think they were upstairs doing jumping jacks. Just boom, boom.
Oh.
They were not upstairs for more than 5 minutes. Me and this girl were sitting there like looking upstairs at the ceiling. For those of y'all that aren't watching on YouTube right now, we're staring at the ceiling like, huh, that didn't take long.
Wow.
And headboards were hitting the wall. Bed springs were creaking.
Wow.
We're looking at each other like, wow. Good for them, I guess. She's trying to get all like lovey-dovey with me. But like I said, I'm sick. But I was like, you know what? If she don't care that I'm sick and she want to get some of this nasty virus I got, then cool. You would think it would have been easy. But when someone's doing jumping jacks upstairs and that's all you hear, it's very distracting. She tried to kiss me. I tried to kiss her back. But then both of us just kept stopping and looking upstairs.
It's like performance anxiety.
They were going at it. If hooking up was an Olympic sport, they get the triple gold medal. I didn't know my boy had it in him. Like, that was Michael Phelps in Beijing. He took home all the gold medals. He was hitting it.
Damn. But it took him long enough, right, to work up to that point.
No, like,
No, I mean, it took him long enough to be there at the party and just, try to
no,
choose
yeah,
somebody.
he was oblivious to choosing somebody, but they wasted no time. Like, they were upstairs for a whole 5 minutes, and they got it in.
Damn.
And they got it in for a long time.
Wow.
I'm talking every day of the Summer Olympics. That's how long it was.
Every day.
They did not stop for at least an hour. And we just sitting.
Hour.
We're just sitting there like, no offense. It's not that I'm not into you, but I'm just so intrigued by the magic that's happening upstairs. And she's like, no. I'm amazed as well. And we're just sitting there listening to all the headboard banging, the cheeks clapping.
Oh, wow.
We're just the moaning and groaning, and we're like,
it makes you wanted to go up there and join.
I just wanted to watch. I just wanted to go up there and take
Not
notes.
join, but you know what I mean? Like, go up there and watch.
Like, I wanted to cheer him on, but he didn't need the encouragement, obviously. So that was definitely a cock block for me and a buzzkill. Neither her or I could get into the mood because
oh, wow.
this performance was in Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
It was such a masterpiece in the bedroom.
Damn.
And they would stop for like 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Maybe they need a drink of water. Maybe they were switching it up. But then they get right back to it. How does this dude have that much endurance? He doesn't even work out.
Wow.
He must have had waifu visions in his head. And he just took out all his sexual frustration that day.
Jeez.
Yeah, so anyways, they got it in all night, and I had to just sit there and wait.
How long were you there?
We were there till...
So what time did you get there versus by the time you left?
I mean, by the time we got there, it was probably like 2 in the morning. 1 in the morning.
Oh, wow, that was late.
When we got there, we hung out for an hour, and then when they went upstairs, like I said, they were up there for at least an hour.
Wow.
What?
This was late.
Then they came down, and then we had to go back to our hotel. No. We didn't go back until the next day.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's right. Yeah, now that I think about it, we both slept there because it was super late. And then we went back the next morning at like 6 in the morning because we woke up like, dude, we got to go. So we left. We talked about it afterwards. So we were trying to have breakfast. I didn't want the details. I remember clearly. I was at McDonald's trying to enjoy my egg McMuffin with sausage with orange juice and a hash brown.
I'm trying to hang on to the story. Like,
No. This is part of the story.
there's more?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
As I said, I'm trying to enjoy my egg McMuffin with sausage. We are not talking about what happened that night. I'm just trying to eat breakfast, go back to the room, get a couple hours of sleep, go back to the con. Halfway through my sandwich, he's like, yep, we did it in the butt. Bruh, you just made me waste my sandwich.
Oh, my God.
Like, I literally spit out a big chunk of my sandwich. That's the last thing anyone wants to hear at 6 in the morning enjoying a McDonald's egg McMuffin with sausage. You don't want your friend that you didn't even know had sex to say, yep, in the butt. We did it in the butt. I didn't ask to hear about butt stuff.
Oh, my God.
But he told me. And that was his icebreaker. And I'll spare y'all the rest of the details, but he got into details.
What the hell?
There was so much details that this could have been the Lord of the Rings movie. That's how long it went on. He had so many details. And I didn't ask to hear any of them, but he kept going. And he told me everything they did and how they did it. I just had to throw my egg McMuffin with sausage in the garbage because I could not finish my breakfast.
Oh God.
Not that I'm grossed out by sex, but when someone hits you with it, someone that you don't expect, I didn't even know he knew half the things he did, to be honest. Like, what sex dojo did you practice in?
What sex dojo?
Where did you meet the Mr. Miyagi of sex? Where did Kakashi Sensei in the sex room teach you all these forbidden jutsus?
Oh my God. I can't. Guys, I can't.
And I did pull myself to ask him. I'm like, bro, I didn't even know you could do all this. He's like, yeah, saw the hentai I watch.
Hentai. Okay. So that explains all the noise you heard.
Don't ever say hentai never taught you nothing, kids. Because it taught him everything he's known.
Ooh, he was a master.
I'm surprised he didn't have a squid in his little briefcase and he just slapped her with it.
You did not just say that.
I'm sure if the night went on, they would have went to the grocery store that's open 24 hours and got some squid and slapped each other with squid or octopus.
My God.
Yeah. And he just broke it all down to me during breakfast. And I couldn't look at either one of them the same. I was wondering what they were doing for an hour. Yes, I was low-key hating. I was like, damn.
He pulled all the stops.
Michael
basically.
Phelps in that bitch. He made me very insecure about my own performance
Okay,
abilities.
so with you and this girl that you were with,
Yeah.
nothing happened?
No, we tried to kiss, but we were so distracted by the marathon that was happening upstairs. The triathlon, because they were on land, sea. They were doing everything.
So you had no story to back you up on this whole thing. You kind of just like,
No, I felt like like a buster. He's like, so what y'all do? Nothing. We just listen to you the whole time. We tried to kiss.
oh wow.
We made out a little bit, but then we stopped. You had all the infinity stones and put it in your dick real quick, and you destroyed all the Avengers.
Wow.
Yeah. It still bothers me to this day. I still question how he did it.
I guess if you watch enough hentai, you already know what to do. So
Yeah, but that stamina, I am jealous.
you can't knock somebody for
I'm
having
jealous.
the stamina that they have. Maybe he was holding out this whole time.
Maybe.
Maybe he just never had anyone, and like he was just saving up for this one time. Like when you save up enough money to buy that one thing that you want your whole life, and like this is what he did.
He just saved up all his sexual stamina.
Yeah, that's probably what
and
he
just
did.
let it out. He was.
Yeah. He said Bankai. Like this was his Bankai moment.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. That story was supposed to throw my friend under the bus, but now that I'm thinking about it, it really just threw me under the bus.
It did.
It showed how unconfident I was in my abilities. You learn and you grow.
But at least he pulled through at the end.
Oh, he pulled through. All right.
He didn't just pull through. He hauled ass.
He pulled through and he pulled out. Bang, 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 bang. Because he ain't got no kids yet.
Damn.
Wait, actually, he does now, but
With a different girl.
not with her. Not with her. That's a whole nother story. Let's end this episode with one more story. This one never ceased to amaze me. There's a convention in Detroit, Youmacon. A Craigslist ad pops up for the Great Youmacon Orgy. Yes, Shauna, you heard me right. The Great Youmacon Orgy. It's pretty much a Craigslist ad that invites you to a cosplay convention orgy. It's evolved over the years. I remember seeing one early on, and it was just like, hey, we're having this event. It's pretty much, we just show up and hook up, and kept it very simple. The last ad I saw, let me clarify, it's not that I look up this ad every year. People just happen to share it with me. But one of the last ones I saw got super detailed. It was like, at this year's Great Youmacon Orgy, we're going to be featuring all these sex toys. And there was like, we got Yellow Lightning and Black Thunder and the Red Rocket. Are these sex toys or these cheap-ass wrestler names that are going to battle? And then they break into the details about how it's a secret location, that you got to send a request to be in this email, da-da-da-da. And I really thought about it one year. Like, wow, it goes back to how casual convention hookups are, that they can just have this orgy invite. Part of me was intrigued. Like, that's awesome. Good for you guys. But then the other half was like, that room has to smell like ramen noodles and Axe body spray.
Wow.
I don't know how it would feel if someone personally handed me an invitation. How would you respond if someone was like, gave you a grand flyer in an envelope that was sealed in wax? Like,
I wouldn't go because honestly, I'm not that kind of person. Like, I wouldn't. I'm very one-on-one with my sexuality, and like to be a part of an orgy or to be a part of like even a threesome. Like, I don't know.
I'm not saying you would go, but
I got 3 words for that. Eyes wide shut with Tom
oh,
Cruise.
yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Scientology sex.
Yeah, I would. This was before he was in Scientology.
Oh, okay. This is before.
But I don't know. Like, I wouldn't want to be a part of that because it's messy and I don't know. I'm more of a one-on-one kind of sexuality partner. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's messy.
I guess it's great for those who need it.
Like, you're just gonna you're gonna go to this room party and just like jump right in, just like, yeah, we're gonna do it.
We're gonna use yellow lightning and red rocket.
I can't.
Do you sign out the sex toys like a library book and they stamp
That's
it?
gross.
Like, they're like, give it back. Well, like, I'm just curious of how it all works. Like, I personally would not want to join because A, I don't like the smell of Axe body spray, and 2, I don't want to know what that smells like combined with ramen noodles.
Because it's okay. Like, I guess in the 90s or like the
in
80s.
the 90s, in the 80s.
I don't know.
Orgies were cool back then.
I guess, I don't know. It's just one of those things where you don't really think about. I guess me personally these days, where, I've seen movies and stuff like that, but they've always been based like off of the 90s and off of the 80s kind of thing. And to do that kind of thing nowadays is just, I feel like it's so messy.
But the concept of an actual orgy in real life, I've never heard of any of my friends who have told me that they've been involved in one.
Well, they probably don't want to tell you.
I mean, friends have told me about like threesomes, but no one's ever been like, yeah, I was at an orgy where we just got in a line and drew numbers. We played spin the bottle, but instead of kissing, we did it.
Yeah, I just can't. For me, it's like it's too many germs and there's too many things going on. I'm just like, I don't know you, and I can't just.
What if they had hand sanitizer?
I can't just jump. I can't jump.
You better
in
have
there.
body sanitizer.
I can't jump in there. I can't. I'm just not one of those people. I just
bring your own bed sheets party.
Oh God, no, no.
I'm just more interested in the organization of it, like how they do it, like what's their system. Again, I don't want to be a part of it, so please don't hand me a personal envelope that's sealed in wax. But part of me being an event organizer, I'm just curious of the hierarchy of it. How do you do it? How do you get on this list? What is the criteria of getting on this list? Is there an application process?
You have to be initiated from the movie Eyes Wide Shut.
You have to be initiated?
You kind of have to be initiated into this group, and you have to kind of know somebody to
like a
get
frat
in the group.
hazing? But how do you do it in time for the convention? Because there's people traveling to the con.
If you know about this group, if you know about the orgy, then you will
if
sign
you know,
your ass
you know.
up.
If you know, then
you know.
If you don't, then you don't.
Unless you know somebody who's already going and like they kind of vouch for you. And I guess there's a whole thing. I know a lot about cults, by the way. But anyways, I'm not saying it's a cult. I'm just saying like I know a lot about the initiation thing, and like you have to know somebody to get in. And it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Like you can't just show up and be like, "Hey, I'm ready.
I brought some dick."
Ready. Like this ain't SpongeBob. Like you can't just be ready for this kind of thing.
What if it was all a big troll thing, right? And you really wanted to be a part of this orgy, and you show up, and it's just a big joke. How much would that suck? Say they had like a requirement, like it was a sexual potluck, like bring your own sheets, bring protection, bring your own toys. You bring all this stuff and you show up and they got like fruit punch and there's like, haha, it was just a joke. We just want to see who would show up.
If I was really into that kind of thing and I showed up and someone said, "Hey, just kidding," I'd be like, "Oh, well, damn.
Them fighting
sucks
words.
for you, I guess, because I was ready."
I would just masturbate and jizz on their couch.
Oh God.
Just to teach them a lesson.
No.
No, I wouldn't
we don't do those things.
You don't jizz on people's couches without consent.
Anywho.
God, now I feel for those people that really wanted to be there and say they had planned on it and they brought hors d'oeuvres to contribute.
Okay, so did this orgy actually happen?
that's one of those things. It's like,
Did you go?
no, I
Did you
didn't
find out?
go.
So you saw this whole orgy thing going on.
The same
You didn't
friend, the
investigate.
same friend that I threw under the bus earlier. I tried to talk him into going, but he wasn't down. And I've been low key trying to talk other friends into going just so they can give me the details. But of course, nobody wanted to go. I even tried to pay
So
someone.
you don't know anyone who actually
I
went to
don't
this
know
thing?
anyone that's actually been a part of the great Yomokan orgy to tell me the details. I just want to know if it's an actual real thing or if it's a troll event.
Is it still going on to this day? I don't know. I could never be a part of something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just not that kind of girl. Like, I need to know these things. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's your blood type, what's your everything. I need to see a passport, at least three,
A passport?
at least 3 more forms of ID. I don't know you. Like, I
There's
don't want
some
to catch
people I
anything.
know that don't even have passports.
I don't want to catch anything. So I just, you have to be safe. It's fine if you want to be freaky deaky and free with your sexuality. Okay, cool. But be safe. Whatever you do, just be safe. And I'm just one of those people.
Bring
My own
protection.
dental dams and
Yeah, and a taser. You need both
kunai
kinds of
knives.
protection. Yep, you need physical protection and sexual disease
Because
protection.
you never know. You might run into Joker or somebody.
Uh-huh.
And they might be crazy.
And you might have to stab somebody afterwards.
Exactly.
Not saying you should go around stabbing people at
No.
orgies. All right, guys. I believe we have told you way too much information that you need to know in this podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the Shinobi Squad podcast.
Shinobi Squad.
I'm fan service Renji.
I'm Shana Mostella. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. We drop an episodes every week. You can watch the video on YouTube or you can download it. You can get it from Podbean. We officially on Spotify. So if you're a Spotify person, you can download the podcast from there. You can listen to it. I recommend you do both. Podcast just started. We could use some of the views on YouTube, so do both. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.